When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thank you for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. I'm so excited because Mark's here. New gig, all excited.
I'm very excited.
Laura's here. Inner Green did not get to go out yesterday for that was the big St. Patrick's Day celebration right here. Laura's looking good. Yeah. What the hell's going on over here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mark's got that new confidence coming with the new job.
Well, yeah.
No, I just said she's looking good. Joe's my buddy. I said.
It's okay.
I would never
be proud.
Well, it is a weird time, right? Because it's hard to say. Like, you don't want to say to somebody, "Hey, you look great." You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know if a girl can say to another girl, "You look great," or say to a guy, "You look great,"
it feels uncomfortable.
But if a guy says it to a girl, they're creepy.
Well, I remember I was sitting in one of my grad classes. Now, I'm an elder statesman there. I'm going to be 50. I'm as old as you, right? I'll be 55 this summer. And most of these kids are young. And I look across the table, and there's a girl, and I was like, wow, she looks really good today. And I thought, I cannot say that. No. And I didn't mean it in a creepy way. It just kind of, the thought went in my head, and I was like, I ain't saying fucking
I
shit.
think you can say it as long as you don't say it in a creepy way.
Well, here's the problem.
You can still say it and it'll be taken as a creepy.
I take it as a compliment.
I mean, if Doug says told someone they looked good, they would actually think it's creepy.
Maybe. But my that's my point, is that I'm old, so what is that? You know what I mean? That's the problem.
It is true. I mean,
that's the problem. And so I wouldn't want to say that to someone young. If I say something to someone who's a little more age equivalent, hey, you look great.
Right.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's okay to be complimentary of someone. And there's a difference between complimenting them, like, Laura looks good today, versus like,
hey,
what's up, sexy mama?
Well,
you're
looking hot, baby.
Mama.
Sexy mama.
Did guys say sexy mama to you?
I don't know.
Did they say hey? Because I mean, I could go, hey. Looking all right.
It's all in your tone and how you.
No, I can't. If I tell a girl she looks good, I'm actually creepy.
Well,
it just comes right out. You know?
Maybe. But your boyfriend went out with your friends.
Yeah.
On the big St. Patrick's Day celebration and came home with all the tea.
Oh my God. So yesterday I had my oldest son had playoff basketball game. Then he was in a play, his school play, where he had a role, back to his basketball game championship where he won, then back to the school play. So it was carting him back and forth for 9 hours yesterday.
Adulting and parenting sucks.
Yeah. And Joe was like, well, I'm going to go out.
He didn't come with you?
No, he came to the basketball games in the first play, but then at like 3:00, he's like, we're done. I don't need to go to the second play. So he went out and met up with a bunch of my friends, and immediately I start getting text messages of one person who I said I'm not going to say the name, and he's like, oh, him and his girlfriend are fighting and blah, blah, blah. And then he runs into a couple of my female friends, and two of them are like fighting over another guy. And so he's telling me both of them. And yeah, I got all the gossip. And when he got home last night around 10:30, I'm getting ready to go to bed, and he is just talking my ear off. And he was like, guess what happened? And then I had to drive someone in this place. And then we went to Winfield, and so-and-so didn't show up for the one girl that wanted to be there. And, oh my God, he was a teenage girl last night.
That's kind of funny because, you know what, as I'm hearing you talk, I'm starting to think like, most of your friends around your age, right? Mm-hmm. In their 40s. Yeah. So I'm starting to believe over and over, and this kind of plays into even my weekend a little bit, that through the first half of our life, we're winging it. Mm-hmm. And then you get to somewhere between 40 and 50, and you start to go, well, a lot of this stuff was bullshit, but sometimes we regress when you hear women fighting over a guy.
Yep.
I mean, That's
and this is like two friends of mine. One is 36.
Yeah.
Currently separated from her husband. The other is 43, also in the process of getting a divorce.
Right.
Fighting over the same guy, both talking to Joe about it.
See, the joke is that I went to a lot of my friends' first weddings, and when I got my 40s and 50s, I've been going to their second weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
sure. Right.
That's what the age were.
But here's the thing that I wonder, because you get divorced and you got divorced for a reason. But primarily there's something was amiss or not good or whatever. And then to try to be jumping back into something, you know, I don't know if it's because of it's familiar, it's what feels right.
Yeah.
I want someone that's going to treat me right. But I would say the better thing to do is to just sit and figure out your shit, because you're just bringing that same shit to the new.
Right. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Yeah. You know, am I wrong in that?
No, and I told you as soon as I got here, another one of my friends who's later 40s just broke up with her boyfriend of 2.5 years.
And she's fine. Wow.
She is a package dime. Like, she's amazing.
I would even go in retirement, and so I would date her. I'd come out of retirement.
She's absolutely amazing. And her boyfriend of the past 2.5 years was nice, but I didn't ever feel that it was the right fit for her. And so, you know, things that you wouldn't say when she's happy, and now she is the one who broke up with him because she's like, I didn't feel like our futures were aligned. I'm like, you're right. You were way too big of a person for him, even though you're so small and petite. Like, you're loving, you're compassionate, like, you are outgoing. You have this personality, and he was never at your level.
Can we call her?
Well, I actually just texted her because I told her.
What?
I told her, hold on.
No,
I
what's
told her
wrong,
I was
Bill?
on here, and I just said, when you're ready, I want to bring you on the podcast and have men send in their bios to date a Webster mom.
Well, I want to.
She wrote, "Oh my God, how fun!"
All
Can
right,
I send her my resume?
All right, I'm gonna spill something here that I really have no talk about, but we're coming up on the 1,000th episode.
Oh,
And I'm thinking that we may have to do it out live somewhere.
that would be so much fun.
And there's a couple different things that we would probably center it around the music game we play.
Okay.
So even the audience could play with us.
Okay.
And but then we could have
Data hottie segment.
You could have Data Hottie. There's a guy that says he wants to do
Guess that penis.
Okay. There's a guy who wants to do the what was the movie with Paul Newman where he was in jail and they ate 50 eggs or something like that. Anyway, the 50 egg challenge. He wants to do the 100 deviled egg challenge.
Oh.
A listener.
With Doug?
Doug will make them.
Well, I don't know. So I got to figure that out. But I could have that guy sitting on the side, and we give him the entire show to consume all the eggs, and we can talk to him. Because we figure maybe we'll go 50 eggs because there's mayonnaise and shit and paprika.
50.
So you just do 50 because really it's a half an egg is what a deviled egg is.
Yeah.
It's a half the egg. So it's not the Cool Hand Luke challenge. That's what it was. Cool Hand Luke movie. So we could do that. We could do our trivia game, and we could have, you know, the meet a hottie.
Laura has hot friends. All Laura's friends are hot. I swear to God, I felt like I was at a freaking Victoria's Secret party when we went to her house for her birthday.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's true. There's women that, yeah.
Most of my friends are, you know, that active state of mind through the gym, you know, that I've met. So
Yeah.
women who take care of themselves but still have fun.
Your
know?
friends, you know, I have friends that date your friends, so that kind of like makes me think I have a chance.
I was actually out with them the other week.
Love him.
Yep.
He was my roommate.
Who's that?
One of her friends' boyfriends I lived with.
Really?
Yeah, we ran into each other at Laura's party.
Yeah. One of my closest college friends, Megan, has been dating his college roommate, right?
Was my college roommate.
Okay.
We worked together.
Okay. Shad. And yeah, he's great.
But it's all, here's I keep going back to, because like you're saying, you know, people ending relationships and stuff. We follow a script in like that in our 20s, right? I knew what I wanted to do since I was a kid. I wanted to be on the radio. I knew I was going to be on the radio. That was the end of, that was it. That was where I thought it would end for me. I really did.
Isn't that funny?
Well, I mean, I should talk a little bit more about that whole situation because I didn't for a long time, and I could give the whole reason behind what I did, but the script was there, right? So I got the job. I didn't want to bounce around the country. I stayed, in Rochester. I ended up doing the mornings and things like that I wanted to do. Then I got to leave and go to another station in town that I wanted to be. I liked their management better. You know what I mean? I was having a lot of fights with management in my stuff. So, and then but you get married, you buy the house, you have the kid, you do all this. And it's almost like there's a script for the first half of your life. And then you get to around 40, 50 and you go, no. This is all bullshit.
Absolutely.
I'm going to rewrite this script.
110%.
Yeah, just like feeling not totally fulfilled. I mean, I said I married the first good guy that I dated because I was like, all right,
this is what you do.
Good. He wants to get settled, and I followed the routine. And then I was like, God, I'm so unfulfilled. And I talk about people looking at the outside in. I was like, it looks like I have that white picket fence style life, but I felt empty inside a lot of the time. I loved my kids. My kids definitely helped. But then I was like, I was staying for the kids for a while.
It's funny because I did the same thing you did, Bill. I mean, I wanted to be on radio. I wanted to be on TV. But I found out something. Everybody laughed at me when I first took this job. They're like, oh my God, he's never going to last at a job. I found out I should have been a teacher. Mm-hmm. I was actually, that was my calling, to be a teacher. And I never knew that until, I started until I started working and doing that, And it's like how my life changes at age 55 than it was, you know what I mean? It's a big change from what it was even when I was 35.
When it comes to home improvement, you've got choices. Let's say there's a hole in the bedroom wall and somehow nobody in the house knows how it got there. You could fix it. I mean, there's always YouTube, right? But 3 hours later, it's going to look like a patch job. Not even a good patch job. And how about that leak under the kitchen sink? Yeah, you said you'd get to it. And that was what? 2.5, 3 months ago? If we're being honest, we all have that list. The one where deep down, you're not totally sure you've got the skills to pull it off. If it's my list, I'm calling Mac of all trades. Holes in the wall, handled. Leaky sinks, done. Full kitchen remodel? Yeah, they got that too. And hey, warmer weather's coming. How's that deck looking? Need it extended? Rebuilt? Outdoor patio? Don't be a deckhead. Call Mac of all trades, 585-202-9218. That's 585-202-9218. And you can see all they do online at macofalltrades.net. They'll handle it, so you don't have to. A former senior defense intelligence official, his name is Christopher Mellon, says the federal government has extensive UFO. And by the way, they want to change that term to UAP. So instead of unidentified flying object, they now want to call it unidentified aerial phenomena. Okay, because that's better. No one's going to change now. Oh, who's going to change? So they have satellite images of objects in space that doesn't resemble anything humans have built. According to Mellon, the government holds a massive archive of photos, radar data, and videos, including additional footage similar to the famous, they say Tic Tac. I don't know what that is. Was there a ship that looked like a Tic Tac maybe? Go Fast and Gimbal UFO videos released by the military in 2017. There was one that looked like a Tic Tac because I thought they were rewriting TikTok. Like I really did. And then some of the most compelling evidence, he says, are clear satellite images of unidentified craft operating above Earth, performing movements that are difficult to explain with current technology. And the government now does prefer that term instead of UFO. Under a recent order, federal agencies may release more files related to UFOs and aliens though it's unclear how much will actually be made public. Yeah.
It's like the Epstein files.
It is. What the fuck is going on with that?
I don't know, but these files will be more exciting to
Well, they
read.
will be to me too. And then it says Mellon says intelligence agencies historically resist releasing classified information. So even if disclosure happens, it will likely be slow and incomplete. And he also says the files probably won't confirm alien contact, but they may show objects we still cannot explain.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we are very selfish if you think that there's nothing else out there.
That's a great term, selfish, because I do think, like, if aliens aren't visiting Earth and haven't introduced themselves, I completely understand why.
Yeah.
I mean, you come down here, and people are fighting over what?
Yeah.
How do we know they're not fighting on another planet?
Well,
yeah.
I don't. I guess I don't. I definitely don't. But I mean, imagine traveling across a galaxy, right? And you come and land here, and some people are arguing about, I don't pick anything absurd. Gas stoves on Facebook. I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
gas prices,
whatever. I mean, it's just strange. But if they landed tomorrow, do you think humanity would handle it well if all this stuff came out?
No.
What does that do to everything we like? We've
It's going to shake those religious creeps to their fucking core.
In my notes, the first one was religion. I go, what does that mean?
Yeah. I mean, it would be crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Reincarnation and all that, what we were derived from and Jesus and the Bible. It would make people go berserk. But imagine all on the extreme, those churches, you can have a church that is for anything. So I'm sure that there are like alien obsession churches. Those people are going to be on their high horses, man.
That's a great point. I've never heard of that, because we only know like the big religions, right? And in this country, you have the freedom of religion, but some religions get vilified.
I guarantee if we went on Facebook and Googled like aliens exist groups, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people who are in things like that.
Great. I got to do. That's really interesting. Doesn't Scientology say?
I was just going to say,
you get sucked up by it. Don't you get in a spaceship or something?
It's called Tom Cruise.
But I mean, that's the religion. I always think about like freedom of religion, and then the one that gets shit on the most is Scientology. I don't know enough about it. I'm just saying it's kind of it's weird.
All I know is Katie Holmes' father, when the divorce, had to have her have bodyguards for a long time.
Yeah,
they were threatening her.
I'm sure.
Leah Remini.
Oh yeah, and her doing that show. She has body. I'm pretty sure she still has bodyguards.
Yeah, I mean, it gave you some insight, right? And it doesn't sound good. You hear certain things about Mormonism, and that sounds odd. But Jesus, the Catholic, that whole thing was a mess.
I mean,
well, here's the problem with the Catholic religion. I'm Catholic, not really anymore. I went to Catholic. I grew up Catholic. Problem is, it never modernized. Women should have been able to become priests. Priests should have been able to be married.
Yes.
It was like they should have.
Yes.
Things should have been done, but they're doing it still the same way they were doing it 100 years ago.
Right. And if nothing, it proves how man-made that is.
Yes.
Like, that was always my thing with Catholicism. I always look at England in the mid-century or I don't even know, 1600s, whenever King Henry VIII, he switched religion so he could get laid. That's what he did. Right? And that's why...
Makes sense.
That's why they became more Protestant-based, and Northern Ireland followed, and Southern Ireland didn't, and that became wars. And it's like, it's so crazy. Because I go, human beings can't even merge traffic. You think you're going to be able to handle alien diplomacy? You know what I mean?
If this comes out that there is scientific proof of aliens exist, people are going to go crazy. It is going to be wild.
Right.
I
would say if tomorrow the government confirmed alien technology exists, right? People start freaking out. But how would your life really change? And I'm thinking,
people are going to start doomsday prepping.
Probably, but you go to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would pay your bills, and you'd probably watch Netflix. I just don't think your life would change that much. I really don't. And maybe that's our selfish thing, and I don't know.
Maybe the X-Files comes back to
well, that could be
like a highly rated.
But it reveals something about like human beings. You start to panic about what? You don't even know.
Exactly.
Like, it's the uncertainty. Really, you're going to go to work, you're going to pay your bills, and you're going to watch Netflix. All right.
I know, but that's like driving consumerism. It's just like when they say that there's going to be a winter storm that's hitting and people go to the stores to stock up. Like, if you're like, now you need an alien prep. I mean, really? Think about it.
Well, okay, so this is a weird thing because all my life I've had real trouble wrapping my head around the evolution of man and how come we still have apes. We're one chromosome away, right? Or something. There are our cousins, the chimpanzee, whatever. Why do they still exist? And then there's us. Because most of the species that have evolved it's been an evolution through things. So what changed? What was the why? Not the why of how it happened, the why, like the fork in the road, where human beings became less hairy and more rational minds and all this stuff. And the apes stayed the apes. That's the thing. And there are those that believe, and it makes me wonder because I often say we don't have to truck things in from other planets. Everything we need is actually here on this planet. You got all your resources, right? There is a theory out there that aliens came here for other resources and they needed help getting these resources out. So they crossbred with the apes. The apes or whatever. Homo sapiens at the time, as that evolution, I don't know. And that we have alien DNA in us.
I love that.
I know, but
it's fucked up.
Yes, I agree. I agree. And I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm saying it's a theory.
I was going to say my neighbor actually wants to have a conspiracy theory party where we all make the tinfoil hats and we do like projection of our conspiracy theory.
But that's it. And then there are people that channel certain beings, right? Some from the metaphysical, but there's one, and I'm just going to tell you, and you can go look him up yourself. Bashar. Bashar is a alien from another timeline, like in the future, who this guy, I think his name is Daryl Anka. I may have that name wrong, but he channels Bashar, and he tells you basically how to live your life. And I will tell you, like, this guy says no. I watch it. There's no bullshit. It's like some of these people are charlatans that say this. I don't get that vibe from this guy. And I see a lot of his stuff on TikTok, and he's saying that aliens will have contact with us in 2027. But there are people, and he said they send down like precursors. So there are people walking among us to try to see if we're ready.
Trump.
Maybe. I'm just saying, like, well, okay, but like we have a government trust problem already.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
so if these files come out, do we start to believe? Now, it's not Trump, right? Most of this stuff will be from
years ago.
Yes, other
Area
presidents.
51.
100%. And then, look, people say the moon landing was CGI. Yep. So, there's going to be that theory at all. And I do wonder if this all did come out, what the fuck would happen? You never think you're going to need a personal injury attorney until you do. It's not something you plan for. 1 minute you're just living your life. Next thing you know, you're dealing with an accident, an injury, missed work, and a whole lot of stress you didn't ask for. And here's the truth. Insurance companies, they've got a plan. They know exactly what they're doing. The question is, do you? That's why if it's me, I'm calling Connors and Ferris. They know the system, they know how to fight, And more importantly, they know how to take care of people when things get messy. You're not just a case file to them. They walk you through it step by step and make sure you're not getting pushed around when you're already down. So if life throws you one of those moments, don't try to figure it out alone. Call Connors and Ferris or visit connorsandferris.com with offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo. Because when it matters most, you want someone in your corner who actually knows how to win. Connors and Ferris. We are fascinating as human beings, and all the things that we try to, I think most people try to put it on an appearance of normal. I really do. And we're starting to see more and more openness. I showed you that app. I forget what it was called because I still get the ads for it, but since I haven't gotten near it.
I did delete it.
No, I know you did. I know you did.
But boy, started
Forbidden
with
or something?
No.
I forget. There was I do. I totally forgot.
Look it up.
But
I want to say it started with a P.
Pure?
Pure.
I think it was Pure. Right. And you can find all your fantasy kind of stuff on there, right? and the people, my thing is like, we like things that are a little forbidden. And I'm not even saying dirty stuff. Why are secret menus so popular?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We like things that we think backstage passes, right? To go to a concert. I want something nobody else can really have. It's a little forbidden.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not supposed to be back here. VIP rooms. VIP rooms are crazy at clubs. But man, everybody wants to be up there. It's a little bit, higher status. The speakeasies are making a comeback.
Oh my God, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I got my mother a tour of speakeasies for Christmas.
Oh,
down in New York,
so
yeah.
Cool.
But then she's like, they don't do them at a certain time. And
I'll go with Marge. I want to go.
I'll go with Marge.
I think she traded it in for something else.
Oh, what a bitch!
Well, only because it wasn't. It was more because they were doing them later at night, and she wanted to just do it as a day trip to New York, and that means she goes, I wouldn't get home till late. She's 79. It's dark. It's like she worries about.
She could just find a guy to crash with in New York for the night.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see my mom do that.
I don't live in New York, unfortunately.
But I mean, do we want fantasies, or do you just want the experience?
Sometimes the fantasies you have and you visit, you get to see your fantasy isn't as good as what you thought it was going to be.
100%.
That is exactly what I was thinking, because sometimes the fantasy is better than the reality.
It is.
Right? I mean, we hear about people with threesomes and things, and I go, that could go horribly wrong.
I talked about this with the swinger stuff, like not swinging, but going to like the voyeurism or experiencing it. I just think that the fantasy in my mind is so hot.
Yes.
That there's no way reality
it'll
could
meet your
live up to
expectation.
it. Yeah.
But what about like couples? Because it might have been Doug, like after, told me that he saw somebody who was looking for a third on Facebook dating.
Okay.
Where my husband and I are both straight, but we're looking for a third. We're looking for a guy.
Yeah. Oh.
And
okay.
Guy. Huh?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, and I'm like, well, does that make a stronger couple if you're open about your fantasies and explore them together? Or does it all of a sudden that's the part that I could never wrap my head around again with swinging. Is like, how do you watch the person that you supposedly love and getting railed by somebody else and go, that's hot? You know what I mean? Maybe.
But like in going along with someone who shouldn't be said, and how he liked to watch. Like,
yes.
I am so intrigued by that with other friends. Like, I do have a friend who's sleeping with someone right now. I'm like, oh my God, you guys it would be hot to watch the two of you together.
I think that too about certain people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
So,
I'm I'm minding my P's and Q's over here.
But yeah, but then also going the other way of not talking about sex and stuff. There are just other, like the thrill of something that's more forbidden or risky, risky behavior and stuff. So I mean, skydiving, something like that.
100%. That's a great analogy, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the novelty. We want to feel alive.
Yeah.
And the fantasy can make us feel alive.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time one time, I know I'm not supposed to talk about this, but I got to say this. Where I got so bored, I went on my phone. I was going on my phone. I was bored.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't as good as you had
It
hoped.
wasn't, it was like, how long is this almost over? Jeez. I mean, how much stuff can you really, do? Wow.
Right. You're stuck.
Let me check my email.
I did. I was checking my email, answering my email, going on Facebook, text messaging.
Well, do you think everyone has a secret fantasy they've never told anyone about?
I think so.
Like a secret fan, like you've never told any.
Well, here's the thing. When you mentioned that, you know who the biggest people you have to watch out for are the people that don't talk, they have the fantasy but don't talk about it.
Absolutely. I was going to say, no, everyone knows I speak my mind, but
Yeah.
I think the majority, and I'm going to say like 80% of people out there would never, ever admit their actual fantasies. Their fear of judgment or being looked at like different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even though I guarantee the people who they're talking to have secret fantasies on their own.
Sure, absolutely.
It's, yeah.
How do you get someone to open up about a fantasy? And I don't mean that like, show me the manual.
Like
No,
trust.
Well, because you're bringing up a great thing. Like, there's the term MAPS, right? Minor attracted person is what it stands for. So someone who's attracted to minors.
Oh.
And when this was discussed in a recent class of mine, the person leading the class said, you probably know a map and don't know it.
Yeah.
Because you know that it's socially unacceptable. You've been able to just navigate your life and blah, blah, blah. But they're a minor attracted person, and that's kind of their thing. And I go, if that's your fantasy, fucking shut up.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
If that's true.
Yeah.
But then there are other ones, like I don't have that. But I have, there's be other things, and then I've had people tell me about, one that I never understood, but I had a friend who told me that he dated someone who had a rape fantasy, and she wanted him. What? Did you just say I sort of do? Did you just say I sort of do? Yeah.
Why are you surprised at this?
Well, I kind of am, because it's such a horrible thing. Like it just, and he wasn't really into it, so he tried, but she wanted him to like pop out of like the bushes and drag her in the house.
You gotta have a safe word.
Remember the donkey punch?
Yeah, but I don't. Is that real?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, she must have done it before. She wanted me to dunk. How am I going to do something like that?
I don't know.
Laura, would you want to get donkey punched?
No.
All right, just wondering.
I mean, we've talked about like my choking, hair pulling, all of that type of stuff. But I understand the rape fantasy. I know it sounds absolutely horrific, but I get it. Yeah. It's definitely something that's crossed my mind. You have to have like
somebody you feel really safe with, I would assume.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like going through a haunted house and just knowing, oh, that's really just Joe behind the mask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes me feel a little safer.
Yes, but that's what they say, like, have a safe word. I mean, I will never kink shame anyone, but there are some things that I am not really willing to do. But I've listened to, there's a podcast, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Why Are People Into That? Yeah. And they take like deep dives into people's kinks and, and it's just, they interview people who are into it. And it's very interesting.
A kink that would like, that you go, I don't know.
The pee thing I said no
people
to.
Pee on. Yeah. That's a fantasy?
Can't believe people like that.
Voldemort asked about that and I was like,
Well, could have cured athlete's foot. I don't know. In the shower, maybe. I'm not really sure.
But there are things like that. Or I think I talked about the TV show that was How to Build a Sex Room, and it's people who are into all different types of erotic pleasure. And some of them were like a married couple that they've been married for 30 years. And they're like, we want to spice up our sex life. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most guys at this age, I heard a guy the other day say something, I laughed so hard. Because one guy's like, yeah, I thought I was getting laid the other night. And he goes, and he's like, you still ask? And the guy's like, yeah. He goes, go. And he goes, because I usually just go, hey, is this going to be a group project or a solo? I'm paraphrasing, but I'm like, I guess that's what it gets to at some point. But you're right. The excitement. That's the thing is like, you look at people who have had really long relationships. And I have a friend of mine, she got married, divorced, remarried. They have no kids. She has had no kids. And they have a really cool life together. Mm-hmm. And they're like the perfect couple together. And yeah, they do all kinds of like kinky shit, I'm pretty sure.
Good for them.
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird. I just think it's novelty. I think people like novelty in food. They like that forbidden thing. They like it in music. Like if I'm going somewhere to see, a private thing, there's something about that's exciting. And then the fantasy thing. And I think, I really think sometimes they say something about who we are a little bit, but it also could just be the brain entertaining itself. Because once you play it out, we've heard too many disaster stories about like, anybody who's into that is kind of gross and they're, people that are open. But I think people are becoming more comfortable in talking about it.
Yeah.
Could you be a dominatrix?
Oh, yeah.
You
good
could?
at it. Uh-huh.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Like hurting somebody? You wouldn't mind?
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Like
that.
wearing high heels and stepping all over someone. That's so badass.
Badass. Ugh. Really?
Especially if I was getting paid to do it. That's amazing.
We see unexplained bruises on Joe. We know why now.
Right.
That's the thing. That's holy crap. All right. We'll get out of here. I just,
What, we're done?
yeah.
We're going to
That's
go
it?
have a beer.
Yeah. It's almost 2:00.
Where are we going?
We'll go to an Irish bar.
Oh, it's going to be crowded.
I don't think so.
Not on Sunday,
I think
no.
yesterday was your big day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
We're going to go to Fairport?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
It's just up the road.
Yeah, I'm in.
You coming?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you buying?
Yeah.
All right. I got one thing to say.
What's that?
And on this, I think that you should be a better host. I think you should have like a cold cut tray in here. Some different kinds of,
So have a snack covered.
I mean,
Okay. Is that what you want?
no, I just
I
wanted
can
to.
go for a granola bar
I just
right now.
wanted to get-
I mean,
Yeah.
have a snack covered.
No, actually, that is true. Something like granola bar.
A snack cupboard? All right. I'm in.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Whatever's going to,
I come in from a Monday. If I come
know.
here on Monday and
You haven't eaten yet?
Yeah.
You want dinner waiting?
Not necessarily.
No, but I got you.
A couple of granola bars will freaking do the trick.
Okay. I will get a snack cupboard going.
All right.
I'm dead serious.
I love this for you.
Why do you love it for me?
I mean, it's great.
No, but it seems valid and
Well,
fair.
you're also here a lot.
Yes, of course.
I know, but you don't have your money. You don't have a lot of money anymore.
You're fucking killing me. Why are you digging yourself in a ditch right now? He just said he's going to go buy you a beer. And you're like, wait, now I want this and this and this too. I also want live porn.
I'm financially fine, but I don't make what I used to make.
I know.
That's it.
I was just kidding.
I had to sell
You
some
can get
things.
one beer.
I had to pull out of some things, which maybe in the future could present a problem. But I think right now all is good. All right, for Laura, who wants her St. Patrick's Day celebration. For Mark, who believes the quietest person in the room is usually the most dangerous. He says.
That's right.
That's right. I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you next time.
Just pretty Cadillacs with 10